Alright guys, before this video begins, I'd like to showcase my blue light deflecting glasses to further exemplify the fact that I am indeed the ugliest person on the entire planet. But enough of that. I'm here to publicly announce why I am quitting League of Legends for good. If any of my IRL friends are watching, please stop me from ever coming back if you can. But I would say the main reason why I'm quitting League of Legends is because I've kind of already reached my potential, I think. And I think playing anymore is just kind of a waste of time. I've spent way too many hours on this game, but I do think it kind of like paid off in like a skill level because I got to like a very high elo bracket that I am proud of. Obviously, like, I shouldn't look for the validation of others because, let's be honest, a lot of League players will not respect you if you're like Grandmaster or Master, even though that's an incredible achievement, right? They will only respect you if you're a Challenger, maybe not even Challenger. You have to be Challenger in Europe or you have to be Challenger in Korea. And even if you do get Challenger, which is like top 200, by the way, very, very small player base. Even if you get Korean Challenger, people will say, oh, you have to get rank 1 Korea, or like you have to go pro, you have to like, it's just never enough for people, right? And that is one of the reasons that kind of pushed me to keep playing, even though I'm a very small content creator. Like, nobody really watches my videos because I haven't really put effort into growing my channel or anything. But I would say just seeing a bunch of like YouTube and Reddit comments, just people complaining about like how if you're not blah blah then you're not a good player. But I think statistically I've gotten to a very, very, very impressive elo bracket, and so I think I really just had to learn that I need to just accept, I need to be proud of my achievements and just not care about what other people think. But yeah, I've spent so much time in this game, but I do think it has paid off in like a skill, how do you say it? Like skill-wise, it's paid off a lot, and knowledge-wise as well. Learning the game takes like so long because you have to learn every single champion, all the abilities, all the cooldowns, all the interactions, stuff like that, right? And so just thinking about it now, it just kind of been like a waste of time. I used to play a lot with my friends, but now I play alone, especially because of like ranked and stuff. And because of that, the game just feels very unrewarding, if that makes sense. Because a lot of times it's a very chaotic game, right? A lot of times, if your teammate makes a mistake, then you are going to be indirectly affected, and that is not a good feeling, right? And it causes people to rage and stuff, right? For me, I don't really rage. I just get kind of irritated and, try my best to bring the game back. But a lot of times, maybe it's because I'm playing in higher elo, it just feels like a lot of times if they make a mistake, or if they constantly make mistakes, it's just not really possible to come back from it. And it just doesn't feel very good to be indirectly punished for something you didn't do. And so yeah, I'm just not really enjoying the state of the game right now. I think in season 12 or 13, it was a lot easier to play with your team. Especially because there's like snowballing and stuff, so like you can like choose to play around the person who's extremely fed. But since they nerfed snowballing and stuff, it's just kind of hard to work with your team consistently. And yeah, especially since you're playing with strangers, it doesn't really feel that great to play around them, and you can't really trust for them to play around you compared to before. But obviously I'm saying a lot of controversial stuff right now, but I don't want to sound egotistical or like start like arguments or anything. But yeah, I'm just not really enjoying the state of the game right now. I think a lot of times, even if you get like first blood or you get like 2 or 3 kills, it's just really hard to kind of transition that into something greater. And I feel like a lot of times it kind of just encourages you to perma-farm for like 20 minutes straight. Assassins are really bad right now, right? I know a lot of people have complained about just assassins not being very great because like there's a lot of sustain in the game, it's just very hard to snowball. Like the respawn timers are so short, it's so hard for assassins to do anything. Gold generation is just not very good compared to before. And also like split pushing, like especially on assassins, split pushing is just not very easy. Since a lot of times their escape is also their offense. But yeah, it's just very hard to play with assassins. Yeah, I mean that's kind of unrelated. But other reasons why I quit is just because the League community in general is just very toxic. It is not an environment that I don't think anyone should be exposed to the League community at all. It is just very very toxic, very nasty place that I don't really wish anyone for it to be there. And next, I would say Riot Games. Riot Games is just not very, they don't really communicate with their community. They don't really, like, they work on the game, right? The patch notes or whatever, but, like, they don't listen to community, right? Especially high elo. I think the worst thing about Riot Games is that they don't really, like, support their content creators, like the Baus, like Nemesis, like Tyler One, Dantes, you know, they don't really do anything for them, if that makes sense. Like they're literally like funding Riot Games, like they're helping grow the game, but Riot Games doesn't show like any appreciation to them whatsoever. And they don't really listen to the community, so it's like, why even bother? You know, there's also like a lot of bugs, there's like a lot of balancing issues, there's just like so many things to complain about. I think before I move on, I would probably say that a lot of people agree with my decision to quit, right? Even if you don't know me, and you probably haven't been watching this far, but even if you don't know me, like as a person, or like know my achievements as a League player, I don't really think you're gonna judge me for wanting to quit the game. Yeah, obviously I didn't really get to a point where I'm like extremely good at the game. So yeah, like a lot of people don't really have a reason to respect me as a player, but I think it's completely fine because I've gotten to a rank that I myself am personally proud of. So I think that's all that matters, you know. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I want to say. To wrap it up, I have gone to Masters with support, right? Masters is top like 6,000, top 0.6%. And then I tried to play a lot of Akshan and Camille, and I've peaked Diamond 1, like 50 LP-ish. So that's a pretty good achievement as well. But yeah, I got Mastery 7, all the champions. It felt like a good achievement, and it just kind of feels like there's no real reason to keep playing anymore. It just kind of feels like a waste of time, right? You know? Especially if you're not playing with like a party of 5, right? Because a lot of times when you're playing with a random, there's gonna be someone who just messes everything up, and it's just not very fun. Like it just feels way better to be coordinated, just play with friends. But even still, even if you are playing with friends, I don't really think they try to win, because it's just like too much focus, too much just like everything, and it doesn't really feel that great. So yeah, I think I am going to do my best. Like after I make this video, I'm going to uninstall League of Legends immediately. But yeah, I don't really think anyone's going to complain about my decision to quit. The game has just been feeling very stale recently, and yeah, I'll see if I can make other content for you guys. I know my League content wasn't really interesting in the first place, but yeah, I want to make, like, if I'm in the mood to make content, I'll try to make other stuff. So yeah, see you guys. Maybe make some Omegle content, you know? Alright, well, see you guys. Thanks for watching.